Does this work? Yeah. Happy Tuesday. It is actually my birthday and I'm starting the vlog off a little bit different. Normally I start work on Monday, edit the video that you would have seen last week, and then work from there. But it was my birthday. My mom flew into town and then left yesterday afternoon, so I really just didn't want to work while she was here. I wanted to enjoy her company. I don't get to see her very often because we literally live on opposite sides of the country. And yeah, so I'm going to edit, but I just want to make an intro and say hi, so I'm not just jumping right into work. Okay, I got it in, finally. I'm not going to show you this side because it clearly has my information on it. I have to kind of bend all weird. But this is a bunch of like older patterns that I had just kind of sitting around, as well as the pattern collection that you had seen in 2 weeks ago's video? Yes, 2 weeks ago's video. But this is the fabric. So if you've never ordered from Spoonflower, I explained it in the last video, but I'll explain it again. For Spoonflower, you can order what they call a fill a yard, which is 42 if it's 1 yard, which is what I got, or 48 if it's 2 yards of your patterns. So it comes in little squares, and this is the only way that you can sell on Spoonflower. You have to purchase the patterns, proof them, and then go back onto the website and like your back end of the website, and then say like, yes, I agree that this pattern is good to be sold. So these are mine. Like I said, it's a bunch of older ones, but it's also like the newer pattern collection that I had showed you. That's the fall hidden places. So this is what it looks like all together. And yeah, and I'll show you like closer up of each one, but this is overall what it's going to look like, and then you can use them, so you can cut them up and then use them as product photos for like social media, Instagram, Pinterest, things like that. I'm not going to go through all of them because it's literally 42 patterns, but I will show you just a few. First off, I can show you this one. This is the hero pattern from the Hidden Places collection. This one we did 2 weeks ago. And then right next to it are these two. These two are the blender patterns, so it comes in 2 different colorways. I also have the lighter version of the hero pattern, which is, oh look. So you can see the lighter version. We also have the colorway for the secondary pattern. So if you look closely at it, the lighting is changing quite a lot, so I had to move you, but you can see here that it's just little leaves and a little leaf pattern. So if you would have watched that studio vlog, you would have seen me actually creating this one. This was not part of a collection, I just thought it was really cute. I have it also in like a pink tone, but this was the original one. I also, Spoonflower had a ditzy fruit pattern. And this was my entry, and I just really liked it, so I wanted to make it actually available for sale. These are just little pomegranates. I also have some more of my like classic ones. So this is a large scale, so it's hard to tell what the actual pattern looks like. But this is just a kind of monotone brown and cream floral. Also right next to it is a gray and white floral. These three, I actually have them, it's the exact same patterns, but it's in 3 different colorways. So this is a line art floral pattern, just in like almost a blue tone, green, and then cream with a green lining. And to fill up the 42 patterns, I ended up adding these 2 in, as well as another checkerboard. But this is just a check pattern. Clearly it's not these lines, it's this colorway, and I think I had one more colorway. Yes. And I have this colorway right here. Check is very big right now. A lot of people like checkerboards, so having these colors, and these are 3 colors that are really prominent in my overall collections. This is colors you would see a lot. Also have a little floral here, a cat pattern. I have a safari pattern, which I really love. You can see the line art, and it's very, very subtle animal print. You have those. I have a cute little teapot, and I'm going to cut these out and I'll be able to show you them a little bit better, but I just want to give you a quick look-see at some of them. This is a camping one, and then this is bunnies, so you can see like the bottom of the bunny and then kind of the very top of the bunny. The lighting is changing, so it's a little difficult to show you lighter patterns, but this is what this looks like. I even have little chickens. I have this colorway with the chickens and this one, but I'm going to go ahead and cut all of this out. Here's the entire pattern collection. I figured I would just show you what the whole collection looks like. I still have all of the other fabric that is not in the collection, but I wanted to just put live. It's really cute. It just isn't part of the collection. But yes, I have the hero that is in dark, and then the hero in light. Then these are just the light and the dark version of the secondary pattern. And then I have 2 blenders for this one. I have these 2, and then I have these 2. So this is more of like kind of a tribal, something you would see when camping. It goes along with the outdoors theme. These are actually supposed to be kind of like abstract flowers. They can be flowers, they can be rocks, anything like that. I just like adding in something kind of abstract to it. And then I've already shown you a close-up of these 2, but these are really cute. I like the way it turned out. I like that they look like a flower, but inside you can see they're made up of different elements. Just makes it a little bit more interesting. And then the hero pattern, which is always going to be your more busy pattern, the one that's kind of the showstopper. It's the main one. So this is the lighter version. So I have like owl, I have a little fox, and then a whole bunch of florals. And then here you can kind of see a little bit more of the animals. So I have the fox here, a little mouse. But I really like how the pattern turned out. Together the collections look really cute. I like doing a dark colorway and a light colorway. That way, depending on if you want this as wallpaper or fabric, you have the option. If you're not really into really dark colors, you can go light or vice versa. Spoonflower does a new challenge every week, so right now what's currently opening at the time of me filming this is the room-specific wallpaper, which I actually put the dark hero pattern from the Hidden Figures collection as an entry for that. Next week will be mosses, and then the week after that is actually pets on vacation, which is what I'm working on now. I wanted to do cats in a pool just because I think it's ironic because cats really do not like water, but I wanted them being in like cute little floaties, having their own personalities. And that is what you are seeing here, is me going into Procreate and drawing up the elements that I need to actually make it in Illustrator. First thing that I wanted to do was actually end up just making a little bitty square, almost like a thumbnail, just to get my idea solid, know what colors I'm going with. That way when I go into Illustrator, I know exactly what I'm doing. I know how I want this laid out, what colors I'm going to use, how it's all going to work together. Everyone has a different process for how they make patterns. For me, I am very visual. I kind of need to see like a thumbnail version of what I'm making before I can actually bring my brain completely around to making each element and what I need before I can go into Illustrator. So for me, these little thumbnails are a necessity, but if you are interested in making thumbnails and it's not for you, that totally makes sense. Everyone is different, but here's just kind of like what I ended up with. I like the little water just because at the beginning I wasn't planning on having the little water lines, but as it kept going, it didn't make complete sense without it because it was just plain blue, and I wanted to add a little bit of interest in those empty spaces. So that's kind of what we're going with. All of the cats have little sunglasses, and each of the little floaties are unique. Some of them have designs. So now I'm just going in, and now that I know overall what I'm needing to make this pattern, I can separate each element. So right here I am making each floaty, and each one, because it's handmade, is going to be slightly different, which I personally like. If you are more into making things very much like the same and very symmetrical, that's totally up to you. But for me, I like each one being a little bit different, a little bit unique. Some of them are more down, like where the cat will be sitting, like it has more weight on the floaty than other floaties. And the key with just making this, I draw everything, all of my elements in black, because when it comes to Illustrator, it just works better when I image trace because all it has is black and white. I don't end up with these weird color variations when you add in colors. So here I am making the water lines. I'm just kind of making any squiggles, not really with any plan in mind. I know I can always move it around, or worst case scenario, I can just redraw if I need a certain type of line in a certain area. And here I am adding in the design. So each one's going to be slightly different. Some are going to be like tribal print. This one is like sunflower, like kind of a starburst kind of look. Very boho. I wanted to keep in mind like a summer feeling. If you go on vacation, you're normally going during the summertime. So that was kind of my mindset, was just bright colors, summertime, sunshine, things like that. And here is the overall what I ended up with. I have 8 floaties, and then I have a whole bunch of different just little squiggles, and then on the next page I have the different cats. So I'm going to change the color of the cat itself, but like I said, black works the best. And then I have the neon colored sunglasses. That way I can separate the sunglasses from the cat, and because it's such a bright color, it actually works in Illustrator really well because it can tell the different colors way better. And this is what I'm going to go with, and now we're going to go into Illustrator and start making the pattern.